Welcome to head coach Jeremy Pruitt's post-game press conference. Coach will start us off with the opening statement. Please raise your hands for questions.
You know, it was definitely, to me, the best team out there won the game today. The team that played the best, executed the best, out-coached. It starts with that. Okay, let's start there. Georgia State staff done a great job on both sides of the ball. Okay, created different looks on defense. Confused us a little bit, and we turned the ball over, gave up a few, held the ball some when we didn't have to. On the defensive side, they kept putting the tight end inside and basically creating an extra gap there. We'd seen them do it in the past, and we just didn't get it executed to where it gave us a chance. Where the ball was hitting, they had an extra guy, and took us a long time to get that fixed. If you look at our team, too many times we made unforced errors, especially defensively on third down, just not lining up correctly. And again, that all goes back to me, right? We knew going in, especially defensively, we have a very experienced football team. And we kept it simple, but we actually didn't have the guys ready to play in that package on third down, and we let Georgia State convert some third downs there. You look at us offensively, we start the game, tilt ball, turnover. Immediately we have a couple of mental errors there on defense, and then they got in with a tight end there in the core, created an extra gap and walked in. That was an opportunity for us to keep them out of the end zone there. Had a 3rd and 1 later on in the game. Didn't convert there. I might be wrong, but I think we punted one time during the game. We didn't put the ball in the end zone, finished the half with the ball right there. We had 3 shots in the end zone for a chance to create a touchdown and didn't do that. Defensively, it would be hard for me to point out anything that we really did well. There might have been a few guys. I think there's a couple of guys I felt like that probably played hard in the game. But there's more to being a good defensive player than just playing hard. And we've got to teach the guys how to play the plays, how to get lined up, and to be able to execute. I thought one positive in the game was our special teams. Got a little bit going there in the return game. Our kickers kicked the ball well. But with that, I'll take any questions.
All right. And then Patrick.
Coach, how critical was it that they came out of the locker room after halftime, and drove down the field and scored?
Well, lots of times in the game, the most important drive is the drive right after half, right? So, that was very disappointing because they continued to do the things that they've done in the first half, and we went and felt like we had a good plan moving out the second half, but a couple of boots got away from us there. Didn't take a guy on a 3-through one time, and a little late to the tight end in the flat. And we have to be able to execute at a high level, okay? And we wasn't far away, okay, a lot of times, but we wasn't where we needed to be, if that makes sense. So, hey, we know we got this guy man-to-man, okay, but maybe the alignment was not exactly right. And that goes back to me, and we've got to go back and make sure that our guys have an understanding, and when you look at it, I've seen this before. When you get in games, when you got some young guys or some inexperienced guys, you have anxiety, and hey, you forget the details, right, of what you've learned. So, hey, that's who we got. We got some young guys, and they have talent. Okay, we got to coach them up and get them to play at a high level. But again, you got to give Georgia State credit, right? So, there's lots of times when we lined up in a game, how we lined up based off the schematic scheme that they did, we didn't have a chance. Okay, first thing we got to do is get lined up.
Patrick, David.
Jeremy, what did you think of the way your guys played up front on the line of scrimmage on both lines?
Well, you can look at the yards rushing, right? So Georgia State rushed for 213 and Tennessee rushed for 93. I think that tells the tale. I'm not sure that based off how the defensive played, Did we give our offensive line a chance to dominate the game? Because there was a point in time that every time that our offense got the ball, we were down a little bit further. So I don't know if that's right, when it comes to that, talking about running the football offensively, but that usually dictates who wins or loses the game.
David and Jimmy.
You're sort of assessing your team's performance down the whole. How would you sort of describe what you played today?
Say it again.
How would you describe how your team played today as a whole?
Well, I don't think we played our best ball. I think Georgia State had a lot to do with that. But it's not about, sometimes it is about how hard you play. It's always about how hard you play, David, right? It's always about how hard you play. Okay, but if you're playing really hard and you're running in the wrong direction, that's not good, right? Okay, if you're playing really hard and you're not blocking the right guy, or if you're supposed to run this route but you see it a different way and run another one, it's hard to have success, and we probably had too much of that. And again, I'm not blaming the kids, okay? All right, like I told the players in the locker room, everybody needs to look in the mirror, all right, because it's what I'm going to do, and say, what can I do better to help our football team? And I'm going to start with me. So,
Jimmy and Caleb.
Jeremy, did you have any sense that maybe your team wasn't ready to play?
no, I believe we were ready to play, Jimmy. We're ready to play, but you got to execute, So, you throw the ball out there on the bubble, and we don't get a clean catch. We juggle it. They get a short field. We have an opportunity to hold them to a field goal. We don't. They punch it in. We get a 3rd and 1. We don't get a first down on the 3rd and 1. We end the half with a ball on the 3-yard line. There's hidden points out there. You look at it defensively, there's a point with one of their touchdown drives there, and I guess it's their 2nd touchdown drive of the first half. Probably obvious to all y'all that when you got 2 defensive ends on one side of the field, somebody's not lined up correctly, right? The guy scrambles out for a first down. We knew the guy could run. We've played against running quarterbacks in the past, right? We have plans for that. But for whatever reason, okay, we didn't execute at a high level. Get a pass interference call, but 3rd down getting off the field, okay, killed us today. We've got to be able to get off the field. We can't give any team, a bunch of extra chances, right? And we got to be able to execute at our best all the time.
With Blake Austin.
Coach, you said when you first got in here that the better team won the game, and you all had gotten out before you. At what point in the game did you realize you might not be?
Well, and that's the thing that's great about all sports, especially football. They don't ask you how many stars you had when you go out there to the coin toss. They don't get your 40 time. They don't get your vertical jump. It's about who can go execute the fundamentals. I told your team, blocking, tackling, execution, okay? They done all that today, okay? And throw in coaching too, okay? They done everything better than we did, okay? I'm not saying their team's better than ours. I'm saying that today their team was, and that's all that counts.
Blake and Austin.
Jeremy, you played a lot of guys in the offensive line today, moved some around. Would you like to see that settle into place with maybe more 5 guys going forward, or do you plan to take that approach, going into future weeks?
Well, I'll have to watch the tape, and our coaches will have to watch the tape. Obviously, if you got somebody that's playing a lot better than somebody else, you don't want to play the other one. We played several guys today because we felt like they all kind of played about the same in camp. So you give them an opportunity and see where it goes, kind of figure out who's playing the best as the game goes. So we'll watch the tape and figure that out. We need competition on our team. It makes you better, okay? And there's certain positions we have none, okay? We have 0, all right? And we've got to recruit and get some guys back that give us an opportunity there. But the only way that you can improve is you got to practice with an edge, you got to play with an edge, you got to coach with an edge all the time. And if you're not doing that, then you're not getting better.
Last few, Jesse, Eric West.
Jeremy, you said earlier
play today, so what was kind of your message after a result like that to your team in the locker room?
Well, you give Georgia State credit. They've done some things on both sides of the ball that maybe we wasn't prepared for, or maybe we thought we were prepared for, but we didn't execute like we needed to, right? Okay, so the other thing is go back and look in the mirror. What can I do better? Okay, that's what you do, because it's easy. Everybody wants to blame somebody else. Okay, and it's like I told them, this time last year we lost to West Virginia. I asked them, do you get extra scholarship money because you lose to West Virginia over Georgia State? I mean, Georgia State's guys on scholarship just like us. So my hat's off to them. They've done a really nice job, and we've got to go back and go to work and improve, all right? Because next Saturday night there'll be another team coming in here that's probably going to be better than them, and it'll keep happening that way, right? And again, the team that makes the fewest mistakes will probably win next Saturday night, just like they'll win in week 6 and week 8 and week 12. That's what happens. So we got to be that team that doesn't beat themselves. We got to quit beating ourselves before we can beat somebody else.
Eric, West, and Brent, wrapping it up.
Jared, how much emphasis was put on defending the option this week in practice, and how would you evaluate total?
We've done option drills every day for, number one, for our offense and for us. There's running zone read. To me, the zone read didn't hurt us as bad as the insert, or the hat plays, what I would call it. Just creating an extra gap in there, just fitting it up, right? So, it's always an emphasis, because it's what the college game has become, right? Everybody's got running quarterbacks. Everybody does a little bit of it, right? Whether they got a runner or not. So you have to be prepared for it.
West and Brent.
There were some of those maybe alignment issues on defense, or was that like a communication issue at all? Or was Petulli not being out there to have any impact on some of that pre-snap communication?
Well, I think a lot of it is formation recognition, So these guys mix it up with their guards, with their tackles. Moving the Y, is he in a sniffer position, or does he get right in between the center and the guard, or the center and tackle? And where exactly to fit on there, okay? But Daniel Petulli is a guy that has been our signal caller before. And the more you do it, the more experience you get. But hey, our guys that we had out there today, they're good signal callers, okay? And they're going to be really good football players. And I don't know how they played today, but I saw a lot of them making a lot of tackles.
Brent, final question.
Coach, how concerning is it moving forward that you had what you call the simple play of the day defensively, but you talked about all the alignment issues, not recognizing and not seeing it. How much does that limit you trying to fix it all schematically to less the play perfect, if you will, defensively?
Well, that's the thing as coaches, you feel like if you don't have success that you have to fix it with a call. I totally disagree with that. I think you have to fix it with fundamentals. I'd rather run one call and get it right. I told our coaching staff today, there was one year that I was a defensive coordinator, and we probably had one of the best defenses in the history of college football. We played one game and we called the same call every snap. So those guys were capable of calling everything, but why did we need to do that if we could play the right way, calling one thing? So, there's defensive football. If you look over the last 100 years, there's been a lot of great defenses, right? And people have played great defense a bunch of different ways. So to me, it's the temperament that you play with, okay? It's the execution that you play with, how you play together, being smart. And we have a lot of youth, okay? I'm sure there's a lot of anxiety, a lot of inexperience there, and we got to just keep coaching them, keep pushing them. And hey, we got good players in there. We got good people. They're going to respond the right way. So, and are we all disappointed today? Sure we are. Okay, but the sun's going to come up tomorrow. Okay, and we're going to get ready to play BYU on starting tomorrow. And we got to bring our best game next Saturday.
Thank you, Coach.